So there's a God to my right, and I'm sitting here, and I'm also a God, but I don't know it. Can he do anything to me? No. He can't, because I'm also a God. His powers are useless on me. He can go fuck up everybody else. Pardon my French. This is a family show. This is the family learning to speak French. This is how your family learns French, by tuning into the Jazz Sinclair manic episodes and learning all kinds of French phrases. So anyway, there's this guy. He's God. I'm God. He knows he's God. I don't know I'm God, but he can't fuck with me. But I have seen his power. I've actually witnessed it, so I'm afraid of him. No, I'm not. But I am. Because, ooh, he could... That's what I think. That's what I would think, right? Actually, if we were raised in the same town, and I knew him, and he never could hurt me or anyone else, then I would never have any reason to think he was a god, would I? How would that be, Jazz? Well, that would be if everyone else around him was also God. If we were all gods, he couldn't hurt us, no matter what he thought. Right? I'm protected by my godhood. Can't mess with me. So the question is, can he fuck with reality? Yeah. Can he fuck with my reality? No. Because I'm a god. So this question then gets answered at a very specific level. I mean, I just did tell us what we are. We are gods. And the reason that we can't hurt each other like that is because each one of us is a god and just as powerful as the next one. However, we are those kids who were raised saying our prayers every night, giving our power, our innate power, giving our godhood away to a higher god, or the state and the authority. We're not allowed to be God. We're not allowed to be gods. If you look at the root of everything you've ever been taught from day one, it has all been about, don't even think about yourself. Think only about the power above you and the power around you. Never think about your power. And the reason this came to mind was not just watching Jay Dreamers talk about that, although that was extremely interesting thought, to think about little children all over English-speaking countries anyway going, now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Yeah, we're giving it away every night. We were trained to give it away. But what fascinates me is something that, let me tell you a little story, just a quickie. I had forgotten about this. I shared it with another, and I'm going to tell you, my people, now. When I was a little kid, you know how you grab a magnifying glass and you hold up a little dry leaf, and you angle the sunlight properly, you get a little pinpoint of light, and you start burning a hole in the leaf, and the leaf catches fire, or not, you just burn a hole in it, and then you burn your hole, you burn your initials on a tree with a magnifying glass. Well, one day I'm sitting there holding a magnifying glass and a leaf, and when you're a little kid, you can do this like hours of fun. You're like, wow, and you do it and do it. And one time I'm holding up a leaf, and there's a hole burning in it, and then it must have been an older kid or my older brother or somebody came along and said, hey, you forgot the magnifying glass, you idiot. And sure enough, I was sitting there burning a hole in the leaf, but I had forgotten to pick up the magnifying glass that time. But I was still burning a hole in the leaf. Now the older kid didn't catch up, didn't pick up on that, and I didn't either. And as a matter of fact, I'd forgotten all about it until just the other day, when something happened to bring it back to mind. And I did share it with another, and it's very important that some of you guys know this, because it's a very tiny glimpse at what we are actually capable of. I had totally forgotten about it. Yes, I sat there with a leaf in my hand, burning a hole in it without a magnifying glass. I thought I had one. I had been using one. Not that time. So what kind of a being can do that if not God? And the reason that we're protected from each other as far as damage and hurt in that arena is because there would only be one way, and that would be if we were all gods. I would not be able to do what I did. And now that I look back on a couple of very strange things that have happened in my life through my own doing, there is no other word. What do you call someone with telekinetic power? Just a telekinetic? Okay, you combine that with the fact that they can also have flashes of future visions. You combine all the ESPs together, what do you have? You have a god. Just a glimpse of what a god could be if he knew he was. The only thing we're missing is the confidence, because it was shaken out of us and taken from us. What is keeping us from attaining our full godhood? This is all hypothetical. I'm not sitting here telling you I'm a god. I'm sitting here telling you what if, okay? However, what kind of a being can do that kind of a thing that is not a god? Well, I think the word God must be taken out, because that is designed to make us look away from it and go, oh, for God's sake. I just said it. Oh, for God's sake. Not mine, his. See, did you hear that? For God's sake. I don't even say for my sake. I say for God's sake. How messed up is that? First reaction, giving the power away to something else. Wow. Yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? Come on. Somebody out there, what was I saying? Anyway. Oh yeah. By using the word God to describe myself, it's a trap. Because that is an instant scoff. Oh, you're not God. Get the hell. You're not God. Alright, then we have to come up with a different word. Beings of incredible power. Whatever you want to call it. I can tell you from the things that I have experienced and done that I am a being of incredible power. I have seen other people very close to me do things that are of incredible power without knowing they did it. And not one time have I been affected by them, because I'm protected, because I am a being of incredible power. They can't bother me. But we can, however, mess with this realm, because we do have domain over it. The idea of religion and a God above us, the idea of authority and statehood as the authority being above us, is a lie. It has none. If we understood from the beginning that we were creatures, divine creatures of unlimited power, we would not be able to be stopped. And we were stopped. We were stopped. We've been casting spells against ourselves without our knowledge, giving away our power to a higher power that may or may not even be there. It may not even be there. But giving it away to something which is taking it. As we give, it takes whatever it is. So whatever the design is extremely clever, instigated at birth, and we are relegated to be nothing but mortal, whatever that is. While the real non-gods out there, the dark forces, gather our power, because we wish it upon them every waking moment. Take my power, please, like I just said, for God's sake. I'm beginning to think the entire invention of anything above us is a trap. These are just thoughts, you know, take them or leave them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm God. I don't mean it that way, right? I'm not trying to offend anybody. But it's an interesting thought experiment, especially based on some of the things that I have realized that I had forgotten. There are some things that have transpired in the past couple of days involving that I'm not going to share yet. I've shared with one of you, but not all of you. I will, though. Just not yet. Where we are, what we can do, guys, is incredibly exciting. It is amazing. Anyway, I'm just checking in on a skylight day. Nothing heavy today except for all that heavy stuff. Think about that, though. Think about the fact that we've been robbed of our incredible powers by chanting them away and giving them away our entire lives through the use of spells and spelling and spellcasting designed for us to surrender our power. It's an interesting thought. Guys, I will catch you on Manic Monday. This was Jazz St. Clair. I'm not going to hang around. I got shopping to do, then I'm going to go take care of my sick, fevery self. I love you all, and I will see you later. And good work out there. I'm loving your videos. Bye, everybody.